This is how to build every single Honkai Star Rail character if you have ADHD. This is Imbibitor Lunae, a 5-star imaginary destruction character. His kit revolves around using skill points to empower his basic attack to deal massive blast damage to enemies, dealing more damage the more skill points he consumes. Pro-wise, a fully empowered basic attack by him has some massive scalings, dealing well over 550% of his attack at trace level 10. He has great stats and gains even more from his talent, skill, and minor traces, and he performs great in both single target and multi-target scenarios. Con-wise, he only really has one downside, but it is pretty massive, which is the fact that he consumes massive amounts of resources, both skill points and your support's buffs. Without 3 fully skill positive teammates, you will eventually have to stop using his empowered basic attack even with the help of his ultimate, which heavily tanks his damage, meaning you'll have to plan in advance how you're going to play him, or use dedicated supports like Henya or Sparkle to fuel him. Final score, 8.5 out of 10. Like Cone-wise, his signature is by far his best option available by a sizable margin. On the Fall of an Aeon is your next best option from the Herta store, but requires high super imposition to really compete with his signature. Under the Blue Sky is your 4-star option if you have neither of the 2 mentioned above. Beyond that, just use whatever you have at high super imposition. Relic-wise, though 4-piece Wastelander of Banditry Desert does deal the highest amount of damage on him, I cannot recommend it since it is a minor damage increase over Musketeer of Wild Wheat, and you have to assume that the enemy is in prison 100% of the time, which is extremely unlikely. As such, 4-piece Musketeer of Wild Wheat is your best option in my opinion, but as always you can mix and match both sets for 2-piece for substats if necessary. His best planner set is Rutulin Arena without any real competition, and I would highly recommend you just farm for Rutulin Arena. If you really do not have any good RA pieces and you don't want to farm the world, you can consider farming at Frontline Glamoth instead. Aim for the standard 1-to-2 ratio, leaning towards crit rate on his chest because of Rutulin Arena's high threshold and the 3 crit damage granted by his A6 and his skill. Go for speed on his boots, imaginary damage percent on his sphere, and attack on his robe. Do note, do not make him too fast or else you may be spending more skill points than you really want to. 134 is an ideal stopping point. Prioritize maxing his basic attack above all, and then his ultimate, skill, and talent are roughly all equal in terms of priority and power. Major trace-wise, go A6, A2, and then finally A4. Team-wise, Sparkle and Henya are his best supports thanks to their general buffs and more importantly their skill point generation, with Sparkle naturally being a better option thanks to the fact that she is a 5-star. Otherwise, supports like Rania or Silverwolf are fine options as well. This has been How to Build Heng Imbibitor Lunae. If you enjoyed the video, comment for the algorithm and consider subscribing. If you want to watch more episodes or learn more about the character, check the pinned comment down below. Bye!